I'm Dr. Jordan Wiggins, and this is the Pleasure Principles podcast. Join me on this journey where sex, science, and sensuality meet. Let's change the conversation around sex and pleasure together. Superwomen are great at a lot of things, and one area where we struggle is intimacy. We are great at putting on the CEO hat, strapping on our dicks to slay the corporate dragons, perform the surgeries, do what needs to get done, do the impossible in our careers. And when we try and bring those skill sets, those things that we have been rewarded for, those things that have helped us cope from trauma into a relationship, we usually end up unfulfilled. This episode may sting a little, it may be slightly triggering, or maybe you're stuck in your denial hole and you think that it does not apply. I've been there. Like, my man's great, but if you are a superwoman and you listen to my podcast, my work speaks to you. If you are not as happy as you used to be, as you think you should be, if there is some element of being unfulfilled, there is something in today's episode that is going to speak to you. If you are exhausted, overwhelmed, and unfulfilled, you've done the things, the therapy, the coaching, the alternative health practitioners, and something is still missing, this is where I excel. As the CEO of your pleasure and your health, I'm opening up 2 spots for my 3-month one-on-one coaching this fall. It is probably the last time that you are going to get to work with me one-on-one this year. So do not wait, fill out an application. We're going to put the link in the show notes. It's thepleasurecollective.com/coaching. You will hear from me and my team within 72 hours. If you don't, check your spam folders. You and I are then going to get on a call to discuss if it is the right fit for us both. It is not in my pleasure if this is not going to be fun and pleasurable for both of us. There will be hard moments because I am a fan of tough love, and that is what you are paying me for, is for speed and to call out your blocks, because you are smart, you are resourced, you've tried a lot of things, and you need a little help seeing what you can't see. That's why I have a coach. And I want you to fill out the application a little scared. Everyone that does this work on this level feels some type of uneasiness. Is my relationship going to survive this? Do I need to blow up my whole life? And I'm happy to report that the answer is no. The work is easier and more fun than you think. So if you are a high-achieving superwoman and my work speaks to you, head to the show notes, thepleasurecollective.com/coaching, and fill out an application. So today's episode, we're going to talk about why high-achieving women are prone to unfulfilling and toxic relationships. If you want to know what I mean about toxic relationships, listen to episode 99. It's a Q&A episode just to get my vibe on what a toxic relationship is. And that's part 1 of this series. Part 2 of this series, we're going to talk about the ways that superwomen block intimacy. So actually the actions that we're taking are stopping us from receiving, enjoying, having the intimacy that we want and deserve. So we are going there in this series. I'm starting to see themes. Some of my higher profile clients that I sign NDAs to work with, women that have so much going for them. They are smart, they are beautiful, talented, successful, but they struggle when it comes to sex, love, intimacy. all of us have the desire to achieve great things in career, balance things at home, and oftentimes we can find ourselves in the CEO manager role in our relationships, which is not sexy. It erodes intimacy. And there is no shame here. I have personally been there. And I want you to hang in until the end, because this is why we stay in denial. This is why we don't change anything. This is why we accept crumbs, because we fear that our lives and our relationships need to get blown up when we start desiring bigger, receiving more. But that's actually not the case at all. So we've been numbing to avoid these truths. We've worked so hard, had our sights set on our goals, only to get there and think, is this it? And then we try and convince ourselves that we are happy. When the goals that we have worked our entire lives for, when the awards, the accolades, the salary is what we wanted, we have the house, the car, and then we're secretly not happy, it's a mindfuck, to say the least, or, more professionally speaking, it's cognitive dissonance. We thought our whole lives that if I do this, if I follow this path, that will give me health, happiness, love, etc. And it's not the way that it works. This is why antidepressant prescription rates are going up like crazy. It's why women are prescribed antidepressants at twice the rate of men. And men are struggling too, by the way. But this podcast is not about them. So, having worked with some very successful women, we are pretty much gaslit. We gaslit ourselves. We're gaslit by society, by our partners. We blame ourselves for this lack of unfulfillment. Like, there must be something wrong with me. Why can't I just be happy? Look at everything that I have. And it's really the wrong way to look at things, because we have been set up to fail. We've been conditioned to overfunction, conditioned to people please, conditioned to earn our love, deny our desires, that if you do X, Y, Z, you get the house, the degree, the marriage, the family, the whatever promotions, you have the hit a salary income goal, like that will give you happiness. It's a lie we've all bought into. So we've been denying our desires, our true desires, in service of what we think we should do. And we end up sick, burnt out, lacking intimacy and fulfillment. And our solution is, I need to work harder. I need to do more. So do you see the flaw in this thinking? And a lot of superwomen think, oh, I know what I want. But really, do you? Because if you knew what you wanted, you would get it, because that's who you are, is you are tenacious and you are resourceful and you are intelligent. So at some level, whether it's an intimate sexual level, it's a worthiness, imposter syndrome thing, which we'll talk about more, but we're denying desires. We are repressing desires, and that leads to unfulfillment. So signs that this is you is you're going on the vacation, but you're low-key disappointed because you fought the whole time, or you didn't have sex, or you overworked and it just felt like more of a relocation than a vacation because you didn't have the support from your children and your partner. The home reno, the buying the new property, the daily overscheduling, the daily numbing, the wine, the TV, the sugar, the salt, the creating a new initiative at work because staying busy keeps us from feeling that void. So, superwomen, you are unfortunately set up to not excel at relationships. So, what makes you successful in your career does not make you successful at love and intimacy. I should know. I have been there. And it really started to hit me with my clients, with the higher profile clients. And truthfully, I recently started watching the Kardashians. And if you know me, not a huge TV person, get into the odd series here and there. Anyways, Kardashians. Successful women, very toxic relationships. I thought that this was going to be mindless TV. It was not mindless. Actually, I could not shut my brain off. So much of their personal experience. And yes, I know this is what they are choosing to show us. But so much of my personal experience is what I have dealt with in relationship and what I'm helping my clients work through in relationship daily. And I would like to say, I love them. Started buying from several of their companies. So, Chris, you are a marketing genius. Also, I cried many times because I recognize myself in the women that I work with. Just want to give some examples. So, Kim and Kanye. Kanye is clearly a narcissist, definitely has mental health struggles. Chloe and Tristan cheated on her multiple times. When she was pregnant, she takes him back. His mom dies. She takes him and his brother in, which is noble and kind and selfless on one hand, and staying with, helping a man that has repeatedly cheated on and hurt you. There is some level of trauma and self abandonment there. We'll talk about this more. Going back to Courtney and Scott, clearly toxic and dysfunctional. So, Kylie, I don't even need to continue. You get my point. There is a pattern here. Not the point of the episode, but Chris might also be a narcissist, cheated on their father. So, there's that patterning belief system about our relationship roles. Anyways, my point is extremely successful, talented women, pattern of toxic relationships that cannot be ignored. And it is so easy to stand on the outside, criticize, blame, pass judgment. Not my point at all, because I have been there, and anyone that would judge, shame, say anything bad about women in toxic relationships or struggling with abuse, that is victim blaming and like gross. So, not my point. My point is, if my work resonates with you, if you are a super woman, there are elements of this in your relationship. If you listen to my work, these are just extremes that I'm using to highlight a pattern. So, 5 reasons why successful women are prone to unfulfilling and maybe even toxic relationships. And this is relationships where they are over giving and their needs are not being met. And if you listen to episode 99, you know that I mean like two very well intentioned people that love each other can be in a toxic relationship. So, reason number 1 why superwomen are prone to toxic relationships, because many of us don't think that it will happen to us. This is not even on our radar. We are successful, make our own money, oftentimes educated, but our high achieving, people pleasing tendencies make us targets for underfunctioners, those that have not healed their trauma, highly manipulative people, addicts, those with personality disorders. And this speaks to several of the clients that I work with. And also, I have clients whose relationships are amazing and they just want them to be better. So, just putting that out there. Reason number 2 why superwomen are prone to unfulfilling relationships. We are great tolerators. Listen to episode 90, why women are great tolerators. If you put our characteristics, like who we are as humans, our work ethic, our people pleasing, our over functioning, if things are hard, if the odds are against us, watch us. Watch us succeed in these situations. Watch us transform it, love it better, will it better, fix it better, effort it better. So these things are amazing in career, but terrible in relationship. Number 3, our perfectionist people-pleasing tendencies. We take on too much responsibility, and this can be from taking too much responsibility about an argument, taking too much responsibility for the invisible workload. Like I said, some of my clients are in amazing relationships and just want to make them better, but these tendencies are still at play even here. So if we are not emotionally supported or validated, and we do so much for so many people to make sure that everyone is okay, and we are last on the list, of course, we don't want to have sex. Our vagina is protecting us because it doesn't feel like we have an equal, we have a partner. Or maybe we have the higher drive or higher desire, but it's coming from that yang masculine place that is kind of shutting our male partner down. So either way, dynamic is off. Number 4 is imposter syndrome. So the level of deservingness, havingness, worthiness, the amount of pleasure, the amount of good that we feel we can receive. We might not think that we deserve love until I reach this level of success, unless I have worked and earned it. Then I deserve love and pleasure, but I don't just deserve pleasure because I am. That's why a lot of women put sex and intimacy later on the to-do list or last on the to-do list, because it's like, I need to get all my work done first so that I can earn my feeling good. It's one of the kinks that the habits, belief systems that we work out in my foundational program, Pleasure Principles. Number 5, superwomen have a faulty template of relationship roles. Going to be addressing this in my upcoming retreat in Scottsdale. Attraction to emotionally immature, unavailable men, attraction to under functioners when we are the over functioner, men that we have to take care of, men that aren't present. Generally, there's some element of this that was modeled for us as children. So if some parts of this speak directly to you, this is your sign to do something about it. Do not put it off. Before you know it, it's going to be January. And then before you know it, it's going to be September of 2024 again, and you are going to be feeling exactly the way you're feeling, or even less fulfilled. So if you are sick of feeling successful and alone, if you're sick of feeling successful and not desired, if you're sick of feeling successful and not supported the way that you want to be, there are 2 ways that you can work with me. Coaching applications to work with me privately for 3 months. We work on your pleasure beliefs. We work on shifting the sticky dynamics in your relationship with pleasure. And ask my clients, we have revived some pretty dismal looking relationships. You have so much success in other areas of your life. It is time for love and sex to be another one of them. You deserve it. You don't have to earn it. You deserve it today. So we focus on you, your pleasure, your desires, asking for your needs to be met, receiving the love and intimacy that you crave. And if receiving is your problem, you're going to want to stay tuned for part 2 of this series, the way that we are blocking. So you and I are going to have one-on-one calls together. I'm going to tailor my framework, my work to your situation so we can move things quickly. Go to thepleasurecollective.com/coaching. I'm going to put this link in the show notes to apply. Fill out the application. I make sure that this is a fit for both of us. Trust me, it is not in my pleasure to waste my time and yours. If I am not the best person to help you, I'm going to make another referral or recommendation from my network. So if my work speaks to you, then let's connect. Let's see how I can help. It is going to be more fun and easier than you ever thought possible. Stop struggling, stop putting it off, stop numbing, and fill out an application. And the second way that you can work with me is my semi-private group program, the groundbreaking program to enhance, reignite, and communicate your desires while bringing the vitality back to you and your relationships. There are 7 modules online, and I am always going to be adding another part on how to give memorable blowjobs. And that's going to be a 3-part training. We have hours of video trainings, call recordings. If you can't make it live, there are handouts, worksheets, quizzes, communication scripts. We have 1 group call per month led by me. We get to learn and talk about all of the things that you wish you had learned in school. You can ask questions if you get stuck, and there is so much learning and healing that happens in community of like-minded women that are going through the same things as you, because your situation as a superwoman is not directly applicable to other relationship dynamics. So cannot wait for you to join us there. As always, send me a DM on Instagram at Dr. Jordan Wiggins if you have any questions. Have a great week, everybody. If you like what you heard in this episode, leave me a rating. Your support helps me get discovered by more women like you. Together, we can change the conversation around women's sexual health and pleasure for you, your partners, and generations to come.